Good morning, family. All my YouTubers out there who like to come and watch our channel. I thank you guys for that. Getting up this morning, trying to figure out how to get up earlier in the morning than between 9 and 11 o'clock. I don't sleep good at night, so I end up, falling asleep pretty late in the morning. And right now I'm making my bed. I'm taking y'all with me while I make my bed. Why did I have that accent just now? I don't know. It happens to me sometimes. But anyway, first yawn of the day. Hi, baby boy. Hi. How you doing, pretty boy? We seem to be doing okay. The Ballin Waterworks is doing okay. I wish the bowel part was a little bit better. I gotta get some more Miralax out and give some to him so he'll do a poop again, because I think it's been a couple of days, and sometimes when it's like that, he ends up in a lot of pain. So we just got to keep moving forward, and they said I could bring him back 6 months to a year to get another urinalysis, or find a different doctor to take him to, a different vet, I should say. Well, in Colorado, it is nearly impossible to find a vet that you can afford. So, yeah. Anyway, I got to get on it with my boxes and everything and start getting stuff packed. I spilled a little soda down here, and I still have the towel down there even after it all dried up. Anyway, we're getting ready, hopefully to move. I'm hoping. Well, we're going to have to move anyway at the end of November, which is next month. And I don't know where we're going to end up going if we don't have an apartment over there, or if the apartment is not ready. I'm a bit nervous about it, but, I know that I have to believe and trust in the Lord that He's not going to let us go homeless again. But it doesn't always work out the way that you want it to, because this is the world. This isn't heaven. This isn't after we've passed over to be with Jesus. And, excuse me, there's my second yawn of the day. And things might not work out the way that I want them to. And I just don't know what I'm going to do. I'm sure I'll be able to find something. If this apartment tells me next week I don't qualify, which I don't think they will, I'll find something. I just don't want to jump into something I don't want again, just like I did here, and end up with a dump like I'm in right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. This apartment itself is not that bad. It's, inside of here isn't that bad, except for when I'm dealing with bugs showing up, which lately I haven't found much, I think. They're trying to keep up on it, but that doesn't mean they aren't lurking around in here in the shadows, So I'm dealing with that okay. But as far as, what's going on outside the door, I'm just not into it much. Let's see. So here I am this morning, looking pretty rugged. And I'm tired. I'm just dealing with a lot, under a lot of stress. I've been laying in my bed just having my brain play over and over again. Like last night I was, excuse me, oh, goodness sakes. I was dealing with thinking about how if I'm going to say I'm going to get in there, how am I going to deal with 600 square feet versus I have like 700 and I don't know, something square feet here. But all of that square footage, the only part of it that is, the parts are usable, but they're just usable for storage. They're not usable for space for the animals. So it's no different than here. It'll be a little bit smaller, obviously, but it's going to be about the same square footage for them to deal with that I'm dealing with here. For the cats, it might be fine, but I'm trying to figure out ways for them to have a good amount of space to be happy, to be able to get away from each other, not just by these trees. I want to build like some shelves on the walls, some of those little hexagon looking boxes where they can climb into them and lay down up against the wall off the floor and just not have to worry about another cat coming and rushing them off or jumping in there with them, where they can have their own space. So I'm going to be working on that when I get moved, wherever it is that I go, trying to figure that out. If I can do that stuff, and then if I have to leave, just patch the walls up, I don't know. Never tried it before. So it's going to be a new journey for me on this. But I just kept thinking about that. How am I going to do this? Where am I going to put that? And I was playing like a movie in my head, and I just could not rest because I'm worried, am I going to get the apartment? Am I going to be qualified? Which I don't see why not. But then once I get qualified, which there shouldn't be any reason, is are they going to be done by the end of next month? Because when I went and looked, it didn't look like that was going to be the case. But if they have enough guys there working and they're not standing around being lazy butts like I saw them doing when I was there, I saw a few doing some stuff, but just they looked like they were just kind of nonchalant, not in a big hurry. They don't realize there's people waiting for a place to live, And so I need to pray real hard. I need to get myself together here and stop worrying about everything else and start giving it to God, that He will help us. That He will make everything work out okay, and we will get in there by the end of next month. And I know, I know and I trust that something will work out for us. I don't think we'll go homeless again. I have a really good church behind my back. I think if I look to them for help, they might have a place to put us up for a month, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that is even going to happen, but I'll figure something out, guys. So I'm always, doing what the Bible says. It says, do not lean on your own understanding. You're supposed to lean on the Lord. You're supposed to believe in Him and trust in Him. And I do. But I also lean on my own understanding of, I want to get out of this place. I don't like it here. I don't want to be here. And should I just deal with it? Probably. But I'm not. And I'm leaving. And I've given my notice and there's no turning back. And I did that with the other place too. And I'm kicking myself in the butt for it because I was in a much better situation than I am here. But the kids were unsettled over there too. And they're unsettled here. So the first place we lived in, the Eaton Street apartments, it was like the square footage I'm going into next. Okay, it was the same square footage. There was no difference, which we dealt with fine. And the kids were happy there. But I also had a couch and other furniture. And it was really packed in tight, though, of a lot of stuff. Uh-oh, Scam Likely is calling me. I don't know who that is. And I'm not answering it. Anyway, so I want to try to get a couch or something when I get over there so that they like laying on it together and sleeping on it together in the living room with me with the TV and everything. So I got to work on some things over there for them to feel more comfortable at home, because this just isn't it. And before that, so for, I think what was it? Yeah, 3 years of their life, we lived in a camper, an old camper. It was a mess. Leaked water. I didn't have a good toilet. I didn't have a toilet at all. The toilet was connected to my mom and dad's sewage system in the garage, and I kept getting flies coming up through there. I couldn't use it, and I couldn't use a shower, and I had sink water, but it was not good water. It was the city water in Commerce City, so I couldn't use it to eat with or anything. I could wash my dishes, and that's it. So I didn't have a good situation there. Plus, I was staying at my parents', which I don't talk to them anymore, so they were actually happy in there. And then when I moved out into the apartment, they were happy there. But then when I moved the next time, things got kind of shaky for them. And then we moved here, and it's just been worse. So I'm hoping that the next place we go doesn't get even worse for them, because I feel like I'm causing a lot of stress on them, and they need a real stable environment to stay in for the rest of their life. They can't be jumping around from apartment to apartment like I did with my kids when they were growing up. We was always looking for a better place to live, more reasonable but nicer, a better area or something. There was always something that was making us move. And I don't want to do that anymore. I'm getting too old for this. I'm almost 60 years old, and I'm too old for moving around and around and around. And I don't want to own a house. I can't afford to own a house where if something goes wrong, I have to pay for it to be fixed, or I have to mow a lawn, or I have to pay HOA fees, or, I can't own a house because I'm on Section 8. You can't own a house on Section 8. I have disability, so I don't make enough money to pay for a house. And so, yeah, that's where we are. Anyway, sorry about this morning. I just wanted to come in and vent a little bit, and I feel like if I can come on here, and it's a 13-minute long video. Oh my goodness, I don't think anybody's going to watch this, but let's see if that you do. I just needed to vent a little bit and talk about what's going on with me and my kiddos, and tell you that we love you guys. And, we're just... We're just hoping everything's going to be okay. I know this girl is waiting for me to get up and give her some food. She's one of those kids that'll look at you like she wants to eat you. Look at her licking her lips and looking at me like, when are you going to feed me, Mom? Well, hopefully you stopped and listened to the whole video. If you stuck to the end on the video, tell me, yeah, I stuck to the end on the video, and give me a thumbs up and a prayer. I would appreciate it so much, people, friends, YouTube family. Have a wonderful day, guys. And I pray everything is going well for you. And God bless everyone.